Hey guys, so like I said, I was gonna do Jeepers Creepers over here with that fancy eye and whatnot, and I'm actually surprised. For when I was little, I couldn't get past this movie. It was my it. If any of if any of you have know the reference, no, okay, okay. But Jeepers Creepers is a horror movie that was pretty popular back in its time. It wasn't well received by audiences, but it had its audience, and since it's coming out, it's brought up a cult following. Um, what is Jeepers Creepers? First question. No one really knows. From what I can gather, it's a mythical beast with wings like a bat that smells fear. If it smells your fear, then you're likely to be its next victim. And in order to survive, it eats the parts that it needs. If an eye was damaged, he'll find a victim and eat its eye. And in return, a new eye was given. Um, I don't know much really to say about this movie. When I was a child, I couldn't get past it, like I said. And now that I watch it, now that I'm older, I don't understand why I couldn't get past it. Whether it was just the freaky beast that is Jeepers Creepers, or whether it was it's off. What do I mean by off? I mean there's nothing exactly like it, and that's a good movie. There is nothing like it, and I give it a two thumbs up. 9 out of 10 rating, maybe not. I'll give it about a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10's better than 6 or a 5, but what are its flaws that keep it from getting any higher? Well, it's what's the premise of the movie? A brother and a sister are on their way home from college, and there he is. Jeepers Creepers is behind him in a rusty old Volkswagen, maybe. I don't even know. But that's it. He just kind of shows up and is thrown in the mix. And what happens? Well, the brother and sister see a body go down a vent and they decide to investigate. But while investigating, they're just cementing their place in their death. Ultimately, the brother only dies, but I feel like there was no reason for it. He kind of just gives himself up when they're in a police station. All the police are armed, and with this kind of firepower, Jeepers Creepers was surely gonna die. Now it's hard to tell what would have killed this beast, but in its sequel of Jeepers Creepers 2, all it really talks about is surviving the night, and then he'll go back to sleep. That's not how this movie is, though. It kind of goes beyond that and says, let's give this immortal creature invulnerability to bullets, and he's out there right now, every night, every day, all day, and he's unstoppable. Now, I don't get this transition from the second Jeepers Creepers. What made him all of a sudden vulnerable? What made him have a change of heart to only sleep forever and then come back for one night out of 10 years, I believe it was? It just doesn't make sense to me. And the fact that a million bullets can pierce without killing Jeepers Creepers, but one harpoon can kill him, it kind of awes me of this almost stupidity that it brings to the audience. It, this movie treats me like an adult. There's a monster out there who can't be stopped. He's out there right now, and he's not afraid to come get you if he smells your fear. But then that sequel treats me like I'm a little kid. Here's Jeepers Creepers again. Where is he? Who knows? He's sleeping somewhere for 10 years, and then only one night he might find you. What is this? I feel like I'm just being thrown a movie saying, here's a sequel. That's not how I should feel, but I digress. We're talking about the first Jeepers Creepers. Like I said, the brother only gets killed, but he doesn't have to have died. Like I said in the first movie, he's invulnerable, but not unstoppable. I mean, we saw him, and all the kids, the teenagers, the brother and sister, they have fear towards him. But then they meet an old woman, and she's pretty wise for dying in the next 5 minutes or less, if that, and tells them, don't be scared, or they will die. The sister tries to control this best she can, but the brother, he's prideful and doesn't want to be scared, and doesn't want to be scared either. But he is, and it gets to him. Now, setting all this aside, the brother dies, and you see in the end that now Jeepers Creepers has the brother's eye, which we can only assume was injured in an accident of some sort. Who knows? But when we look at the movie, I must say, the music is pretty spot on. There's a song talking about Jeepers Creepers, Where's Your Peepers, has since became a great song that you can hear in almost everywhere on almost every station of radio, including 92.5, 100.3, 97.1, and I don't even know why, but I've heard on some country music stations. And that kind of awes me as well. Why is it on there? Anyways, the music, pretty spot on. 10 out of 10. It's scary when it needs to, and it's ironic when it needs to, and it's pretty funny when you see the eye of being taken from the little boy, and it has cheery music to back it up. It's kind of funny. But what else can be said? It was an overall good movie. If I had to give an overall rating, I'd probably give an 8 out of 10. And I highly recommend it. Now, I haven't found books on Jeepers Creepers, so I really can't compare it to its brother, sister. But, I don't know. It's a good watch, and I highly recommend it. But it's not, it doesn't hold up over time. For its time, it was good. It was scary. I was scared when I was little. But now that I get older, it doesn't work the same anymore. I used to be scared of it, like I've said multiple times, and I probably should stop saying. But one day I just picked it up, I watched it, and realized this is stupid. Then I saw Jeepers Creepers 2, and it was even worse. Um, Obviously, you see the movie behind me, and obviously, I'm gonna cover its sequel, Jeepers Creepers 2. But for future reference to myself, just don't get into the sequels because sometimes you might be treated as a kid. And a lesson to all you guys out there and girls, Jeepers Creepers 2, stay away. Stay away. But I guess that's it for this review. And a book. Challenge accepted. My next review, The Grimm's Fairy Tales. I am a happy man. I'm a happy man. See you guys later, and Grim Tales. Grim movie. Pretty good. Have a good night.